way Boogaloo Blues came about was I was doing a gig out in Switzerland, and I had an awesome time. I met some of my favorite dancers, Sally Sly, who I've been watching for many years, and Poppin' Pete, who was definitely one of the most prolific poppin' dancers out there. I've been watching them both for many years. I also got to meet Junior Boogaloo, who I've met maybe once before, and I also met a brother named Chameleon, and he was a brother from the US, but he lived out there in Lausanne, Switzerland. And so coming back home from the event, waking up the next day and kind of saying to ourselves, like, was that a dream? Did that actually, all that happen? It was just so much amazingness happened all in one day. It was just almost too much, And coming back, to Sweden, coming back to Malmö, and seeing kind of like this desert of not that much dancing on that tip. You didn't have that sort of cultural, integral type of togetherness, and just knowing that it would be probably never again that I would ever experience something like that in such a way that I did. It's somewhat like the blues. I also thought a lot about that brother Chameleon who was living out there. How he felt. Just to kind of like wake up one day and all this is happening, and the next day, nothing. And so that was sort of the idea behind where it came about. With the blues part. And now, usually when I think of an idea, I usually have the whole idea in my head before I go into the computer or to my keyboard and start trying to bring it to life. So I was going through some different references of how I can express this blues type of feeling without doing straight up blues, of course, and keeping this popping feel going. And so one of the things that I kind of gravitated towards was the Jacksons' Heartbreak Hotel. That was a song that kind of stuck out to me. The idea of the fact that you're kind of locked in to this mindset or locked in this place of heartbreak. It was sort of the same. I could kind of relate to that, because for me, it was almost like being, with my hands behind my back, or kind of locked into a place where stuff just doesn't happen like that, and it's sort of like the blues, And so I took the idea of the Heartbreak Hotel, thought about the bass line, the do 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 do, and then I went and kind of took that idea and flipped it a little bit, and with the boo do 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 do, right, and then continued on to make more of a blues progressions, sort of like blues progressions. It was a little bit more jazzy, and then driving that was a very typical, you could say typical, somewhat standard popping rhythm, so it's just a simple boom and clap, few pieces of percussion, and then there isn't really much more to it, so I have the Rhodes and a couple of synths, but there isn't really much to it. It's very simple, it's very down to earth, it's very heartfelt, it's very emotional, very spiritual, and so I wanted to kind of capture that into that feel, but still have this boom, boom, happening behind that, and there's still this very reserved type of chord progressions going on. So that was sort of how the idea came about. So I did it in the spirit of Chameleon. I did it in the spirit of Sally Sly. You know, I did it in the spirit of those people, all those people out there in the world who are living in places that have this love for something like popping, you know, or a particular dance or a particular style of music, but they're in a place where they just don't really get to see it or experience it that often. And when they do, and then suddenly it's gone, it's like, damn, man, I wish I could, you know. And so that was sort of where the idea came from. Funny enough, you know, Grammatic, he loved it. The people on the Low Temp label, they loved it. So I got a lot of play from them. I got a lot of shine from them. They helped to get that song out there a little bit. And also a brother named Hugo Red Rose, he made this awesome video, you know, to clip some stuff together and kind of came up with this little storyline video over the song. And I thought it was really creative, so thanks a lot for that. And I hope you guys enjoy it. You can get the song for free on my Rise with the Necro Dancer EP, courtesy of Low Temp. I hope you guys liked today's episode. Be sure to come back every Monday. If there's another song you guys want me to cover, leave a comment. I will definitely do it. Come on back, y'all. Behind the Beats with Temu. Peace.